Good afternoon. This is Arafat, and this is gonna be the big project. I would say I've written a script, so I'm gonna be in. If the video seems jarring at the first time, it's because I made a literal script, and gonna be writing. I'm just gonna be reading from the script, uh, and then explaining. Or the script is also explained. So that's the thing that I want to share first, so that you understand that okay, if I'm not looking at like this, that means I'm literally reading the script that I made. So uh, let's go into the script. So this is my reflective presentation for Nexus MS Research Practice Partnership and Curriculum Guide assignment. This was a very interesting assignment for me. This is a very big assignment. Like that's the first thing that I can say is this is a very big assignment. I didn't expect this assignment at this like in my first semester. Uh, because I came from a bench science and right now it's like education, hardcore education research. So like this project it shaved me uh, from my usual idea. I mean, I was thinking that okay, it's gonna be a normal semester, normal courses, and then the other stuff. But this was like for me this was like a master's project cramped into a 4 month course. So that's why it was very struggling for me to like do this. So, but I did it. I employed some of my biology ideas, particularly adaptation. You'll see what I did. I also uploaded that right now as I'm recording it, so you can see what I've done. Since and I'm saying that on record is that I still while I was doing that, still I didn't like fully understand that what should I do? Am I writing a grant level stuff, or this is just an assignment, or so that is why I was like very confused, very confused. Then I clicked the links and I saw the pamphlets of the other people's stuff. Honestly speaking, that also confused me even more. Like, what is this? Like, this looks like a 2 year project for master students, and I had to do it in one semester. So that's why I was like very um, what should I say, horrid. That's the right word for me at this point. I was very horrified that okay, my God, how can I do this in like 4 months? And so how should I contact? I mean, should I contact my professor, the instructor? What should I do? What should I do? But I did it anyway. So my project here is that I developed it centered on the theme of animal adaptation and conservation. And I'm using Hattiesburg Zoo as a real world learning environment. The reason that I'm using Hattiesburg Zoo is, again, I said it, I mean, I really didn't understand what I should be doing. Like what is happening? I really didn't understand that. That is why, since there was already a template, or someone actually did something with Harrisburg Zoo, so I just used that. I observed that as a platform, as a base, and then I wanted to do something like something literally or something else. So that's what happened here. So I'm not like proud of what I did here because I didn't understand what I have to do. If again I'm saying and I'm repeating myself, that's one of my bad stuff. I didn't understand what is this? This is a term paper. This is a project. This is like a grant. I mean, I don't understand. That's why it was very confusing. And then I couldn't discuss it further down the line because of what happened. And then this is what I ended up. I hope it's good. I hope it's like it meets the criteria. So the first thing that I had to decide is the theme. And when I went into the Hattiesburg Zoo, I actually went there twice. I went there last Monday too, so I know what's going on in there. So the African expansion with giraffes and hyenas, the Ashby Discovery Center and the sloths and the reptiles, the battle-free walkthrough with wallabies and emus, and there was a pig. It was clear that animal adaptation was the most natural fit. And since I'm also doing like physiology right now, so it's right now I'm taking like two physiology courses, although it's not invertebrate physiology, but I understand okay, this is one of the things that I can incorporate here. And the zoo was like you have multiple different species in the same vicinity, in the same area. So how are they adapting? What's going on with that? So this is like a very easy kind of way to put students' mentality or students' ideas. So, okay, what's going on in here? And it's very cheap. It's because they can see different species in one place, and they can actually observe the adaptation in that sense. So that was my thing. I was thinking like that. So what happened is that what should be and what not. And then once I had the theme, I structured the entire unit around the 5E instructional model. This is one of the interesting things for me because through the assignments, I got to know what 5E model was. So I wanted to incorporate, I incorporate those things inside my project, like engage, explore, explain, elaborate, evaluate, those five stuff. And I want to briefly walk through how each phase came together because I think that's the core of what this guide is. So I have explained what I did for the engage phase, the explore phase, and all the other. So I'm not going to be explaining that. I have written that as like a script, but I think I'm not going to be doing it because I actually explained what I'm going to be doing in the written paper. So in terms of what I learned through this process, I've said that first, and that's why I'm disappointed because I needed a little more, like a little more guidance and a little more hands-on guidance. It's like if this assignment was like broken into three pieces, like for the first 1 week or for the first one month, you have to do this and then this, then I would have understood, literally understood, okay, this is what I'm doing. So since this is like a one assignment cramped up for the way in the end of the semester. So that is why it didn't have that vibe with the other assignments that I did. I had a blast with the other assignments, but with this one, I had this like problem. I couldn't understand what I'm doing. I forgot, and then I had to like work for it, and then forgot, and then I had to work for it again. So that is why it's a very rocky road for me. So, in terms of what I learned through this process, is the biggest insight was about the role of the teacher in inquiry-based learning. The 5E model really forces like a teacher to hold back. The explore phase only works if a teacher doesn't tell the students the answer first. The harder then it sounds, but it's also where the real learning happens. Students who discover something through observation remember it differently than students who are just told. That is like the basic idea what happened. And I also learned the zoo is not just a field trip; it's a legitimate scientific environment. I've explained that before because it was very interesting that you have three different species in one space. So how are they doing that through adaptation? Now, how is that you're conducting that? The Hattiesburg Zoo has the Ashbury Discovery Center, which is a functioning lab and classroom space. They have trained docents who can facilitate real education conversations. I actually saw that thing. Uh, a student was teaching other kids what is this, how to do that, and he or she was actually explaining that. So I actually observed that in real time. And connecting this to the Nexus MSRPP goals, the whole point of the partnership is to bring research into practice, and I try to honor the grounding level, grounding every instructional decision in something evidence based, with the BSBS5 model or NGSS science practice. To wrap up, the curriculum guide itself is the main deliverable, and I am proud of how it came together. I am not proud of it. Again, I've written that script, so I am proud of it in a sense that I I have done that, but I could have done a lot more if if I had like genuine guidance instead of just do this, do this, do this, do this. I didn't know any of these things because my background is not education. I'm not like a teacher. So that's the main idea that I'm disappointed in this. It's designed to be something a teacher can actually pick up and use with specific activities, real zoo connections, differentiation strategies, and assessment tools built in. This reflection is just meant to pull back the curtain a little on the thinking behind it, and that's pretty much it. What I have to like say again, I am like this is my first big project in 1 month, so please uh, take your time and please uh, give me some good feedback, and then that's just gonna be it. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Have a nice day.